Hey, this is Rev. I make music as summer starved. Today I'm going to do a short video on Doom field recording. Not Doom field recording, just field recording in general, and how I use it to make unique sounds to fit in the back of my music, ambient sounds and that kind of thing. So best purchase I've ever made, DR-40 Tascam. There's a bunch of different field recorders out there. If you're just starting out or whatever, this is a worthy purchase. You can document a lot of different things. It's battery powered. It has two XLRs in here, so if you have other mics, it also has built-in mics that you can use to record. Just YouTube it, you'll see tons of different unique things about it, but definitely coolest thing I've ever bought. Maybe not the coolest thing, but I use it all the time. So let me show you a little bit about, show you how I use it. I'm pulling up Ableton here, and I just kind of just set up the field recorder to record myself starting a fire, I think. Got some cool bugs. I'll open up the audio. You'll see it down here. Cicadas. Got a little, what is this crackling sound here? Okay, breaking some twigs. Getting it ready there. And then there's some sound here. Cool. And then down here, I think it's actually the fire. With the bugs. In the moment. Put yourself summer of 2020. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this audio here and I hit Command D and I duplicate it multiple times. The reason being I want to go in and carve up sounds to be looped around. So I'm going to set the warp marker on. That way what it sets up Ableton to do is kind of have looping available. So I just hit Command L or Control L, and what will happen is this will now loop once it hits here. So that's good there. I'll go to this audio here. And find some cool sounds that I like there. Maybe right here. Yeah, that's enough. And I'll just command loop that so that this will go on loop. And then we'll check out this audio here. And I think what I wanted to find was me like digging through this plastic bag or whatever I'm doing here. I'm going to warp that and then loop it. Okay, cool. So now I have a few different random sounds. Bugs, fire, and that. Okay, and real quick what I'll do is actually set up a few more audio channels. And put these kind of on each separate audio channel so that when I play them all together, you got a lot of ambient sound happening. So I'll label this one, I don't know, bugs. Label this one flames. I'm just using Command R to rename and hitting tab, and it will immediately go to the next one. This one, what is this? This is just like, I don't know, rambling. Cool. So now we have like these three kind of different unique sounds. And they're kind of in the background. What I'll do is group them all together. So Command G, and then that's a group, and I'll just call that ambience. So you kind of have different things happening here. With the bugs, I'll EQ it a little bit. This one too, I'll EQ the rambling because it's a little bit whatever. I'll put a vocoder on it. Didn't mean to do that, but that is pretty dope. And so essentially what I'm doing is just kind of setting it up so that it's there in the background. And then now I would just start to mess around with it. And I'm not going to do too many effects on this, but I'm just going to show you kind of what you could do. I'll set up like a basic drum beat, super simple. Snare, kick, snare. We'll see what that sounds like here. Move it off the grid a little bit. Okay, cool. So just super simple for the sake of example. Okay, and then what you can start to do actually with the bugs, I'm going to set up a gate, and I'm going to set the threshold so that basically what it does is you can hear, it only lets a certain amount of time sound through when it reaches a threshold that you can set here. And here's a little arrow where you open that up and then you just side chain the gates. That means whatever sound comes in, it will cause this particular channel to play, and you'll kind of see it. So what I'm going to set the side chain to actually is my 707 kit. And under here, I can choose different parameters on what to set the gate to. So let's say for this one, I will do this snare. Okay, so when you hear it, I'll even turn it down so you can kind of see what's happening here. I'm going to compress that a bit, just bring up the sound. Something like that. Get that going there. And then with the flames, I'll do something similar. But with the flames, I will set it up to do on the kick. So open up the gate, side chain, choose an input. I'm going to go to my drum machine or whatever sound you choose to trigger it. And then I'll do, let's say, kick. Bring the threshold down. And then for this one, the rambling, whatever, I'll set up another gate. Now it's a cheesy beat, but you get the idea. So then you can, excuse me, start to mess around and actually start playing in beats, and you get this little texture behind it that you just wouldn't have otherwise. A great way to uniquely change your sound and to make it something that no one else has, because you're the only one with the recorder recording this specific thing at this specific time. I'll put in a little glue, just get this sound boosting a bit. So you can see where it's happening. I'm going to change the bugs threshold a bit. By changing the threshold, you can see what's happening. It's like chopping down the sound. So every time the snare comes in for this particular sound, it's chopping it down. But then if I release it, it's kind of letting it fall a little bit like that. Okay, so now what happens if I just stop the beat altogether? And then when I play in, I can play these things. A little bit much, but you get the drift. And then I remove the drums altogether. So now you have your ambient sounds kind of having this interesting rhythm playing behind it. Put a little reverb. And then, I don't know, just set up all sorts of things. Echo on that thing. So there you go. Use your ambient sounds to set up textures behind your drums. Really easy way to make your stuff unique. Hope that's helpful, man. Give me any thumbs up, whatever, what have you. Let me know. We'll see you soon. Yeah. Much love.